Hey there, and welcome to this week's Spiritual Guidance. My name is Robert Reeves, and I am so happy to have you here. If you're new around here, then welcome to the group. If you've been here for a little while already, then you know the drill. So I want you to take a moment right now to just think of a question. If you had a question that you could ask your angels, what would that be? Because that's how we're going to do this week's guidance. I want you to think of a question, and then we'll infuse those prayers into the Flower Therapy Oracle cards to get a message for you. Okay? So if you need to hit pause, think of a question, do so. Otherwise, you can go with that trusty old question, what do I need to know right now? And so I'm asking the angels to send all of those prayers, all of those questions into the cards so that the perfect one comes up for you this week. Let's see. It feels that this week is also like a fast-paced and fast-moving week. You might feel like you've hit that treadmill and it's just like go, 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 and there seems to be no slowing down. But at the same time, the angels are saying, notice everything that you're achieving. And they say that sometimes you do so much work and you put in so much time and energy, but you don't realize how much you're actually achieving. You are doing incredible things, but because you're going so quick, you don't notice all of those achievements that you're making. So just take a minute even now to think about how far you've already come. You think about what life looked 12 months ago. What did it look like 2 years ago or 4 years ago? And think about everything that you have done that's led you to this point right now, that's brought you that greater sense of happiness and fulfillment. And this is the card that wants to come out this week. Let's see. Open your third eye. So this card tells us that we need to start listening to our intuition and trusting in our guidance. You know, the echinacea flower is also really connected with Archangel Michael. Now, Archangel Michael helps us to get rid of fear in all forms, but also he helps us to get rid of those fears of achieving our spiritual abilities and gifts, of actually living that life that we know we're meant to live. So this card coming up is super powerful for you this week because it says that there's no time in delaying all of this amazing stuff that you know you deserve and that maybe you know you should be doing already. So when this card comes up, it says to trust that guidance. Listen to your intuition. You know, I've recorded a video to help you understand if you're making up the guidance that you're getting. You know, am I making this stuff up, or is this really a message that's coming through from my angels? So if you're interested in that, I'll pop the link to that video below. But this card tells us to please pay attention to your guidance. Trust your visions. Trust that intuitive sense that you have inside of you that's telling you where you need to go, that says what you need to do next. And it's important that you start to listen to that. And the more you listen, the more powerful messages they'll start to bring through for you. Because your angels want you to succeed. They want to see you live that life of your dreams. They don't want you to sit on the sideline. They don't want you to delay things or procrastinate or put it off any longer because this is the time where you are meant to be enjoying life to the fullest. So if there are things that maybe aren't fulfilling you right now, ask your angels, how can you change that? How can I shift that old energy so that I can live the life of my dreams? So that I can move through that irritation or frustration or that block to get to that point of happiness that I really am craving. So by this card coming up for us this week, it says that, yeah, we're going to be going pretty quick. Things are going to be moving, but also to trust your own guidance. And if other people are maybe trying to persuade you to do something in a different way, listen to your gut. What does your guidance say? Do it that way, and that's what will lead you to the greatest happiness and healing. So I hope you have an awesome week. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like button and leave me a comment in the description below. And I hope, as always, that all of your dreams come true.